Hi, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Heather.
Say cheese.
We're making farmer's cheese today.
We're not just saying it, we're making it.
Making it, yeah.
All right, and it takes does it take more than a day to make?
It kind of does because there's several steps. It's easy to make, but there's several steps that go to it. And if you want the kind of cheese that we're gonna make, where it's kind of firmer and you can slice it and you can fry it, it takes more than one day. So.
All right.
Yep. We are going to start with a gallon of milk. This cheese would probably be best if it was made with raw milk, like unpasteurized raw milk, but we don't have access to that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a gallon of whole milk.
Why whole milk? Why not 2%?
Because whole milk has all the fat in it that you need to make your cheese really good. I mean, you could use 2%, but I don't think it would come out as well. It would be a lot, I think, probably a lot more grainy. So we use the whole milk. And like I said, if you can get your hands on raw milk to do this with, it would be so much better because I actually have had it that way and it is wonderful. What you're going to do is you're going to put this over a medium heat and you're going to bring it to a boil, and you need to stir it constantly so after it starts to heat up, so that it does not burn and stick to the bottom of your pan. All right, so right now, like if you were using raw milk, this would be the stage that you would go ahead and put your vinegar or your lemon juice in. If you can see, there's like a foam right around the edge. I believe like if you want like raw cheese, I believe like you have to keep it under, I think it's either 85 or 90 degrees. So if this was raw milk, this is when I would put the vinegar in, but it's not. So I'm going to go ahead and bring it to a boil. And as soon as it comes to a boil, I'm going to put my vinegar in. All right, so it started boiling. So we're going to turn it down to low, and immediately we're going to pour in our vinegar. And it should start making curds. If it doesn't, you need to add more vinegar or lemon juice, like a tablespoon at a time. And you can see it's already starting to separate. So I have my curds in my whey. I went ahead and turned the heat off. Now, if you can look in here, if you don't know what curds and whey are, let's see. These are the curds. And this kind of yellowish, kind of greenish, bluish liquid, that's the whey. Now, don't throw your whey away. Ha ha ha. No, seriously, don't. If you have animals, don't do it. If you have animals, this is actually really good. Like if you have pigs or chickens or whatever, you can feed this to them. It has a high, I believe, protein content. You can also use it. I've used it in place of buttermilk in biscuits before. So we're gonna drain this, and I'll show you how to do that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put, you can either use cheesecloth. You'll have to double it up. I don't use cheesecloth because the mesh in it is too big, and I lose some of my stuff in there. I use, this is called flour sack cloth. I believe I got mine at Walmart. They're super cheap, and I use that instead, and I use it for everything. I use it to drain my, my chicken broth that I make. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this into here. Be very careful that you don't splatter it on yourself because it is hot, hot, hot. So I'm going to scoop out the rest of it with a slotted spoon. I'm going to get another bowl out. Recording, sorry. And I'm going to move it because I still have more whey in here. and more cheese. So this is why like the colander makes it kind of easier, because you can just lift it like that. I'm going to put the rest of this in here. And we're actually going to save that pot, because what we're going to do, we're going to use it later with a wooden spoon. So you can see here, this is what whey looks like. Kind of has a yellowish color to it. And like I said, don't throw that out, because your animals, if you have it, they can benefit from it. But you're going to let this drain, and I'm going to actually pour the rest of that into this bowl here, so it's all in one bowl, and this can continue to drain. So when we lived in Maryland, I used to take this, and what you're going to do is you're going to kind of pull it up, and it needs to cool a little bit because it will burn you. And you're going to twist it and kind of twist all the extra liquid out of it. But like I said, right now it's pretty hot, so we're just going to continue to let it drain a little bit. And I would actually tie it to the knobs of my cabinet doors, because it needs that weight to kind of pull the rest of the whey out of it. And so you're going to let it do that for about an hour. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to tie it up and put it over this pot with a big wooden spoon. And that way all the whey will drain out of it. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to rinse this and cool it down and kind of break it up a little bit, so you can see it kind of has the texture of cottage cheese maybe. But this helps cool it down and get all the extra whey out of it. You have to rinse it out because the whey can actually make it go bad quicker. The same thing with butter, like you rinse your butter. You can get me wringing it out. Okay, so we're going to wring it out. And then we're going to put it in a bowl, and this is when we're going to put our salt in it. You really don't want to salt it before. You want to salt it at the end. So that way you can adjust it, make sure you've got the right level of salt in it. And then you can also add your herbs into it. So, yeah, looks good. Alright, so we're dumping our cheese into there, and hold on to this cheesecloth because you're going to need it in a minute. Just put it back in your colander. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our salt. And we're going to mix our salt in. And again, like I don't measure a whole lot of things. I would start with maybe a half a teaspoon. And then kind of work your way in from there. But I have about a pinch. And I'm going to work it in. Alright, so it still needs some more. Alright, you can stop here, and this can be your farm cheese. You can stop. But we're going to put a little more because we wanted like a garlic herb farm cheese. So I'm going to put not fresh garlic in it because sometimes fresh garlic can get kind of iffy and things. So I'm going to put a little like granulated garlic in it, just a little bit. And then the next thing that I'm going to put in is some chopped green onions. We're going to put that in there and mix that up. Alright, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to actually put this back into our cheesecloth here. And you're going to take it by the ends, and it's kind of wet from you rinsing it out. And again, you're going to take it and you're going to twist it really well. And you're going to compact it down. Right, and I'm going to take this rubber band here and I'm going to, like you're putting your hair in a ponytail.
Guys, this will be nothing like us putting our hair in a ponytail. This will be more like wrapping a rubber band around a thing of cheese.
And just make sure it's good and tight. Okay, like that. And it's pretty firm, and you can kind of squish it out a little bit to kind of make it a little flatter.
Can you hold it up so we can see it?
See? And then you're going to take your pie, or if you have a knob on your cabinets, which I don't have here, you're going to tie it to your spoon. So what you're going to do is you're going to let it hang here for about an hour or two. And then again, like before where I said you could have farmer's cheese just when it was just the little clumpies and it looked like cottage cheese. It can be done after hanging for an hour. But the way that we like to do is we'll actually leave it in this and then we'll press it like in a pie pan with another pie pan on top of it with weights on top of it and let it sit for another, I don't know, 3 to 4 hours or overnight. So we've let this kind of hang here for about 2 hours. And now what we're going to do is we're going to untie it from the spoon. And tie this to. We're going to put it back in our strainer in a bowl. Press it down. What we're going to do is we're going to push this down. We're going to put some cans on it. To kind of squeeze out more of that whey and kind of push it flat. So it's Sunday afternoon. Our cheese has set overnight. And we are going to unwrap it and show you what it looks like. You guys need to go outside. Go back outside. All right. So,
Kind of has the consistency of cream cheese, doesn't it?
It actually doesn't. It's much firmer because we pressed it. But we're going to slice it. So it kind of has a little more the consistency of like maybe feta, maybe? I don't know. But, oh, that tastes really, really good. All right, you can eat this as it is right now. It's really good, but what we like to do to it is we like to fry it. So you're going to take, I have a little bit of coconut oil here. And I'm going to, oh.
In our defense, we like to fry everything.
Yeah, that's true.
There you go.
All right, I'm going to check these and see if they're, oh yeah, there we go.
Golden brown.
Golden brown.
So that's how you make cheese.
It's awesome. And it's really, I mean, there's some time that you have to take to do it, but it really is easy to make, and just like 3 ingredients. That's all it is.
It's really good. And the flavor in it is just outstanding.
It's so awesome fried.
It is awesome
good.
fried. Give us the happy dance.
Happy fried cheese.
Fried cheese. Fried cheese.